Hey guys, welcome back to your lottery's Feed the Beast Mindcrack modpack server play. Wow, that's a mouthful. So, I'm kind of disappointed with my frame quarry. I've programmed it a lot better than it initially was. I can give it, I put in a parser so I could give it commands to move a certain distance at a time, not a specific distance, so I could enter like 15 up and it would go up 15, or I could enter dig 64 and it would dig 64 times down. It doesn't matter if I put the numbers before or after, or if I put spaces or whatever, which is pretty cool, but it still is very susceptible to lag, and it'll skip. So if you're like 50 blocks down to bedrock and you say dig 50, it might only dig like 47, and then you have to go and dig another 3 more. Plus sometimes the motors would get stuck. Like if I move down this this motor, see, it's got no energy, it's got no power right now, so it's stuck. I can't move down again without hooking it up to Bluetricity and recharging it, which is kind of a pain. Second issue was the spot loader didn't work. Apparently when it packages up to move, it doesn't, it unloads the chunks and then it doesn't reload them, right? So the fix to that, apparently, from what I've read, is to use an anchor cart. Since a minecart is an entity, it doesn't get packaged up. So if you put an anchor cart on your engine, it'll keep it loaded. So I'm gonna use that when I remake this, which is what I'm getting to. I'm gonna rebuild this. Third problem is I've heard there are issues with ender chests and chunk loaders that can cause chunks to be reset and you'll lose stuff. So in my base, I've started converting to item tesseracts. However, item tesseracts will not be moved by frames. They just seize the whole engine up. If I put an item tesseract down here, the frame won't move. So what I've done is I've gotten a place near my base on the overworld, but in an unimportant chunk that I don't care it gets reset. And I've built a ender chest to tesseract machine, where I empty an ender chest to the tesseract, and I've got it set up with a gate on a structure pipe, so it only runs the timer if there's something in the ender chest. And I've got a personal anchor. Personal anchor and a anchor sentinel nearby. The personal anchor works like a world anchor, but only loads the chunks if the player is online. So I don't bother loading a chunk if I'm not online, because I won't be running my sorter if I'm not online. It saves a little bit on overhead for the server. And the anchor sentinel lets you change a world anchor or personal anchor from a 3x3 load to a 1x load, where X is up to 9. And what you do is you put your world anchor down, and you put your anchor sentinel down, and you right click the sentinel with a crowbar, and you right click the anchor with a crowbar, and as long as it's a straight line of no more than 9 chunks, it loads all the chunks in between. So it lets you do like lines instead. And now I'm using that not because I need to load a line of chunks, but because I only need to load a single chunk. So I have them right next to each other, and it just loads one chunk in the overworld. I can show you with the actually, I probably can't show you the chunk loaders command because it'll open up a window that will not get recorded by Fraps, so it won't bother. So what I'm going to do here is tear this machine down and start building the new one. I considered not tearing this one down, but I really don't want to make all these resources. I'm not going to use this again, so I figured I might as well take it down. Okay, I'll be back after I tear it down. Alright, got that cleaned up. Let's start this build. Now, I'm going to be making it 16 wide and 16 high. Well, not 16 high, 16 wide, and from scraping bedrock to 20 high to maximize getting stuff like diamonds. I'm not too concerned about the getting copper and tin and other like higher stuff too much. I think I have enough of income from that stuff elsewhere. I'm going to give myself some room here to build this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to build it one away from the wall and one up from bedrock, and then put covers on it, and then use engines to slide it into place. Or not engines, frame motors. Okay, feet are at 19. That's going to go down 1. So that block is at 18. Now it's at 20. Now it's at 21. So that should be the height. I don't know how many blocks that was. I guess it was 16. So it will be 16 by 16 down here. And we need some covers. The gravity chest plate sure helps for building. It's so much better than a jetpack that you have to keep hitting space and you end up missing where you're trying to place the blocks. It's expensive and it's overpowered, but it sure is handy for building. Okay, now I need to hook up frame motor and battery. make some room in my inventory here. Frame motor, battery, lever, screwdriver. There we go. Done. Well, not done this part. This should be at 20 on the feet. Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's how high I want it. Now, this little squirmin' wormin has to go. All right, let's see. Let's build this up. That's too high. Feet at 21, actually maybe it's not too high. Feet at 21, no, it's the right height. Okay. So I need to put covers on the outside and then slide it over against the wall. Battery, frame motor, lever. We're going to slide it against the wall and then slide it into place. Perfect. Okay. Battery, lever. Oh, can't put the lever there because it would be attached to that frame. And now we need to put another tube frame there, another cover underneath it. And we need to move this. We can just put a frame underneath here, I guess. That's right. Ta-da! Take out this one. I just saw an Enderman. Now I need to fill this in. I'm going to cut the video here and fill this in and put the block breakers on the other side. It'll take a little bit of time, but I'll continue on after I get that done. Alright, there is our main cutting wall. Now I could cap it off here and just make this the tunnel bore, but then I would need to have some kind of remote system to get blue electric power to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a snorkel. What that means is I'm going to have trouble getting onto this chest. What the snorkel is basically a long tube, a long frame going up to the surface, and it's going to have block breakers on the front of it so that it can cut through the wall here. And solar panels are going to go on the top of it. Like so. Maybe that high? And I've got some block breakers around here somewhere. Not in that one. Or that one. Or that one. Or apparently that one. They're not in the ender pouch, are they? No. Nope. There they are. So the idea is this is like a blade that cuts through the upper part of the ground and lets me connect the blue electric power, the solar panels basically, to the rest of the frame quarry. It's not really a quarry, it's sort of a tunnel bore with a periscope. Now, I could make this higher. Not sure if I'm going to, though. Yeah, I probably will. This should be pretty much high enough to cut through most of the stuff. Eventually I'll get to mountains and stuff, and that might cause an issue, except that we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I may redesign this a bit as I get closer to the top. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna pause the recording again. I need to figure out some of the design constraints and figure out how I'm gonna hook up engines and control it. Okay, I think I've got it working, and it was a little bit easier than I expected. Hopefully it's working right. So here's what we got. This is pretty cool. This I call the periscope, and it's basically a bunch of block breakers that will eat through to the surface so that my solar panels can charge my batteries and motor and frame motors. Now, because these are transparent blocks, these solar panels will work. I've got power going to the frame motors on this side, and it's set so that even if they move weird, they should continue to get power, so it shouldn't lock up. I've got a Wi-Fi transmitter here, or receiver rather, that goes into a NOT gate that turns the timer off, which will stop our engine. Woo! I'm low on power here. Cool, cool, cool. Look at that. So down here I have 3 filters which are filtering out stuff I don't want. I have room for 27 items that I don't want. And everything I do want should go to this ender chest. Probably gonna have to filter sand soon, but for now I'll keep it. It should be pretty much immune to stuff falling. It looks like I've got some... That's weird. That must have picked up that chunk. It'll drag that cobblestone along. Weird. It must have picked up a piece of lava or something. Hey, Squiddy. Anyway, I hope it continues to work. There may be some issues to work out. I've got this periscope-y thing. It's going to be dragging water now. Because I didn't put covers on the back, but that should be fine. Let's start it up again. I have back at my base I have a receiver connected to a toggle switch that will turn this on. So my frequency for this guy is 1858, and it toggles this thing on or off. I also have levers, so I could just flip it over there. So my base, if I want resources, I can just flip the switch, and I don't even have to come over here. I've got a minecart. Does water falling affect minecarts? Hope not. Where is the minecart? Oh, it's... Wow, this is awkward. I've got a minecart somewhere on top of this thing. Wow, look at that cave. He's like under that block. He should be fine tucked away there. It's the anchor cart deal. Is this thing on? Yeah. So I'm going to fly back to my base. Oh, did it freeze? Something stopped it. I wonder what's blocking it. Oh, we got falling... okay. That's an issue we can fix with this. Uh-oh. It's clipping through me now. So what happened is I have a cobble gen there because of the falling lava and the falling water. That's kind of unusual, so I don't think I'm gonna really worry about it. I'm gonna... Wow, it's kind of laggy. That should get it. And is it going to do it again? Yeah. Dang. All right, let's block this water off. He had ink. Wow, it's like super laggy. Will that do it? Maybe. Wow, it's lagged. Let's turn this thing off for now. Whoa. Crazy. There we go. Yeah, that didn't work too good with the natural cobble gen in front of it. I don't know what to do about that. Lots of ink. It doesn't like to draw it. Okay, I'm gonna turn it off for now. And head home. And we'll see how it looks from inside our base. Really low on energy here. Wow, it doesn't want to load. Well, I'm going to stop recording for a sec and let it catch up. Alright, there we go. So here's the circuit. This is an OR switch, so I can either use the lever or I can turn it on with this. So now it's on. And we should be getting stuff into our relay. Maybe. Or maybe it's not working. Oh, something went through. There we go. Pretty cool. So I don't even have to go to the mining world now. I'll show you guys the ender chest system. It's over here. It's pretty simple. It's just it's under the leaves here. I kind of wanted to hide it. Ender chest with a couple filters. When there's something in the ender chest, the timer turns on and it pulls stuff out. Personal anchor, tesseract, and apparently there's nothing in the ender chest right now, which means my system probably seized again. On. Yeah, I'm not getting anything in there. So let's turn it off for now. I'll have to go check it out again. First off though, I seriously need some energy. Anyway, I'll go do some troubleshooting. I'm guessing I've got another CobbleGen thing happening. I'll let you guys know. Alright, the problem again was a naturally occurring cobble generator. This might become an issue that I hadn't really considered. However, I don't see... Yeah, I can't see an easy solution to it. I'm going to have to just see how often it happens, I guess. But this system is definitely better than the previous one. I like it. Oh, it looks like it's stuck again. Nope. Let's switch this timer to 4 seconds. And switch this thing. Two, 3, 4, 8, 16 ticks. That should be good. Okay, I'm going to leave it running and fly back. Zoop. Is it still running? Oh, I forgot to put those things in. Darn. And it seems to have stopped again. Yeah, so there's obviously some issues with it. I may have to babysit it while I'm running it. Turn it off for now. That's it. That's it for this episode, guys. I actually may cut it shorter than it is. We'll have to see how much time it is. Got the new horizontal tunnel bore with the red power frames and a remote switch, but there is some issues with naturally occurring cobble gens stalling it. See you guys soon.